friends, it's Miss Courtney. It's good to see you. It's time for our writing today. This week we've been talking about habitats, and I wanted to talk about the ocean because that's one of my favorite habitats. The habitat means all the things that are in that area that makes up where they live, like the ocean, the water, and the different plants that are in the water. We had some kelp. We said that there's some reefs, some coral reefs, and some rocks. And then there's lots of different animals that live in the ocean, and so that's their habitat. All that stuff that's in the ocean is their habitat. That's where they live and the things that make up where they live. So what I wanted to do is I was thinking about things that were in the ocean habitat, and I thought about a shark. And so I thought about a time that I went to Galveston, and I went to the Moody Gardens aquarium, and I saw all sorts of ocean animals that lived in the aquarium, and they made a habitat for them to live in the aquarium. So I'm going to add some details today. We are going to, let's see, I know that I was in this, it was kind of like this really cool tunnel. So we could walk through this tunnel. So there's the tunnel, and all the fish and all the habitats were over there. So I'm thinking about the habitats and what I saw. And I know that there was some reefs, so I'm going to put maybe some rocks over here. Look, coral reefs. And there's some like little little things in the ocean. There might be that sea anemone. That sea anemone, that's that fun word to say, sea anemone. So I'm going to put a sea anemone right there. I'm going to add some details. I know that there's other fish that live in the aquarium and in that habitat, so I'm going to think about what shapes I can use. I think I'll do an oval and kind of like a, oops, no, I was going to do the other way. Oh, kind of like a triangle, that works. It has some fins and eyes and mouth, maybe a fin on top, and there's a fish. Maybe I'll make another fish because there's lots of fish that live in the sea. So I'm going to make another fish, like an oval. I'm going to do like a triangle, kind of. Add some a fin, yep. A fin on top, maybe a fin on bottom. Maybe there's a jellyfish in the aquarium. So that jellyfish kind of has a jellyfish head with lots of things coming down, tentacles, those tentacles coming down. So I'm adding lots of details. So in your picture today, you'll go and you'll add some details, and you'll think about what was all around us. Oh, I need to think about who was I with? Well, that's me, and I know that I was with Jake and Abby and Mr. Gary. So I'm going to draw Jake, and we went when he was a little bit younger. So there's Jake. I think I'm going to do a rectangle body for him. And then I'll have Abby. And I'm going to do a triangle body for her. And I think I'll give him some hair. Yep, Abby had long hair. Jake has short hair. He's a boy and a girl and me. And there's me, Jake, Abby, and then there's Mr. Gary. So we're going to draw a picture of Mr. Gary. And I said that he has a little goatee. He's had that for a long, long time. I'm going to do an oval for his body and feet and hands. So here I am. I added my detail. This is my family, and we went to the Moody Gardens aquarium, and we saw all sorts of animals and plants that live in the ocean. That is their habitat, the ocean habitat. So I added my details. So next, I'm going to go ahead and I will label. So I'm going to think about the sounds that I hear. I also know that I have a word wall that I can use the words from the word wall. So this was a shark, shh, shh. Ooh, that's a SH sound, shh, shh. So when I look over here, I see the picture of the shark. So this is the word shark, SHARK. So I'm gonna write that. S makes like that C, and then go back. SH, I do a touch pull down, back up, hump over and down. There's my H. I have an A, I can make like that C, and then up and down. Then I have an R, touch, pull down, back up the track, and hump over just a little bit. And a K, touch, pull down. I'm going to go back about to the middle. I'm going to slant down, to kind of make that mouth. So there's a K. I can use my words on my word wall to help me. So this was fish, fish. That makes a sound like in, where is it? Oh, and there it is. There's that for any fish. Fish. That F sound. So I'm going to write, and I know that I had that word on my word wall, so I can use that word wall and write that word. F-I-S-H. Oh, that's fish. Kind of like the sh at the beginning of shark. Isn't that cool? Fish. F. I'm going to do a touch hump. It's kind of like a rainbow up. And then I pull straight down. I do a touch slide over. I. Touch pull down with a dot on top. S. Curve around this way like that C, and then curve around back. And an H. Touch pull down. Back up the track. Hump over and down. Fish. So I have shark, fish. We've already labeled fish, so I'm just going to keep that. Oh, you know what I could do? I could make that F there for fish. And I'm going to do a touch, curve around, pull down, and slide over. There's my F. Do you remember what this was? That was that jellyfish. Like Janelle and Jaylene and, I don't know, Jasmine and, oh, looky there. There's the jellyfish. I have an uppercase J and a lowercase j. So I'm going to use a lowercase j for that jellyfish. And I think jellyfish is on our word wall. So I'm going to look over here. There's J, and I look at the picture, and it is a jellyfish. So I know that this has to say jellyfish. Oh, you are such good readers. Jellyfish. So I'm going to write a J. Touch, pull down, I'm going to curve around, a dot on top. Can y'all see that, kind of? And then my E, I do a touch, slide over, up and around. L, touch, pull down. Another L, touch, pull down. Y, there's jelly, but I know it's a compound word, jellyfish. So I'm going to write that F right there, the fish. Touch, curve around, pull down, touch, slide over. A touch, pull down with a dot on top. That's my I. An S, I touch, make it like a little C, and then I'm going to go back, and then an S, and an H. A touch, pull down, back up the track, hump over, and down. Jellyfish. So there's shark, fish, jellyfish, and then there's my family. I'm going to write the word me. That's me. E. This was Jake, Jake, that's that J, and I'm going to use a capital J because when we're writing names, we know that our letters, the first letter of our name, we write with a capital letter. So there's Jake, and there's Abby, oh, that's like apple, and alligator, and oh, there it is, alligator. There's that capital A and a lowercase a, and since it's her name, I'm going to use a capital A, uppercase A, and then here's Gary, Ooh, that's like goat and guitar and gumball and gorilla. And I'm going to use a capital G or uppercase G to make that, because it's his name. So I'm going to do curve around. It's like that C. And I'm going to come up and I'll just do a slide in. And there's my uppercase G. So I thought about where I was. I added some details. I was at the aquarium and I saw all the things that were in the aquarium. And I was with my family, so I added those pictures of them as well. So now I want to write. And let's see. I'm just going to say, I saw a shark. So I'm going to write with an I. Touch, pull down. Remember, those I is a letter, but it can also be a word that names yourself. I need my 2-finger space. Saw. Saw. Let's see. That's like that's an S, like snake, and Sarah and Simone. Saw. I saw. And then A. Oh, well, that just says its name too. So that's another letter that can make a word. A. I saw a shark. And I'm going to use my word wall, or I've already labeled it here, so I can look here, or I can look on my word wall, and I see that sh sound. S-H-A-R-K. I saw a shark, and I think that we need a punctuation mark, and I think that I'm going to be kind of excited because it was kind of cool to see that shark. So I'm going to say, I saw a shark, and I'm going to use, who knows what we need to use if we're going to use that excitement or have lots of feeling when we say it. You're exactly right. It's an exclamation point. Exclamation mark. There it is, right there. I saw a shark. So today we added some details, we labeled, and we wrote. And that's exactly what you're gonna do now. So you'll find your picture that you started yesterday. You can add some details, label, and write. I hope you have a good time writing. You guys are getting so good at this. I've seen so many wonderful journal entries, and I can't wait to see this one about the ocean habitat. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. We'll start a new one tomorrow. See you later. Bye.